everyone, this video is fan art of Animal Crossing New Leaf, two of my favourite characters from the game. Basically, Animal Crossing is a game that you kind of basically have to pay off your mortgage. But it's really cute and it's really lovely, and New Leaf in particular, you're the mayor of the town, and it's just the sweetest game. And anyone who's played it probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you've got to pay back for your own house and stuff. But it's really great and I love it, and it's very addictive. And I've been looking for my cartridge for months now and I can't find it, so I'm a little bit bummed out because I really want to play it. But I really felt like drawing something with a bit of a night sky, and so I decided to draw these two characters. And the one on the left is called Blathers, and the one on the right is called Celeste, and I do believe they're brother and sister, I think. I don't think they're father and daughter. They're related. I'm fairly certain they're related. Okay, I'll have to double check. But yeah, they basically, they live in the museum, and you take things like bugs and fossils and I think fish to Blathers, and he like appraises them for you and you get to add them to the museum. And Celeste sort of hosts the upper level where she sells things like decorations, and you can buy like gallery space and you use her items. So I've got like a Nintendo gallery full of all my special edition Nintendo items, and that's upstairs in the museum, and it's really sweet. And they're obviously owls, and I like how they have like a pattern on their tummies, like a little argyle sweater. They look so lovely, and I would absolutely love to cosplay Celeste. She's been on my list for a long time. And yeah, so I decided to do a little, this is a 6x8 watercolour, and I decided I just wanted, I don't know, I didn't really make a conscious decision to draw these two. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't do a thumbnail for it, it wasn't in my sketchbook, I was just like, owls. But yeah, so I'm using my Winsor Newton Cotman and Winsor Newton Professional watercolour palette there, which is a mix of, you've seen my video. If you haven't, it'll be at the end of the video, so just hang on. But yeah, so what you can see now is some of you might recognize it, but it's my live stream page, and I actually did part of this during a live stream the other night. And yeah, so if you come to my live streams, you can sort of watch me draw live, obviously, for a good few hours, and I talk and I interact. And yeah, so this was part of a live stream as well, so you could just see me there eating marshmallows and my roots growing back. If you want to keep up with like what my hair looks like week to week, with your best bet is through my streams. It changes so often. Yeah, so I continue this in my live stream, and I had a nice little chill evening painting this. It took a lot of layers and a lot of building up and a lot of drying time, so it was a little bit of a nightmare to edit, but I got there. So Blathers is holding a book that's like about stargazing, but I forgot to add the text in on the video. It's in front of me right now, and I've added it in with white gel pen. But I don't even think it's on the final photograph. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, so I'm building up lots and lots of layers, letting it dry, and then adding more colour in, letting it dry, adding more colour in it, and that's how I've found to get more depth out of my colours. With having professional ones, they're a lot softer and a lot more pigmented, and that's really nice actually. I really like the fact that they are highly pigmented and they're just such lovely colours. And but oh, I do apologise. It's 1:15 in the morning when I'm editing this. I'm a little bit tired. But yeah, back to normal recording. So I recorded this earlier today, and actually no, I recorded this bit last night, and as you can see I'm putting masking fluid on, and masking fluid, for those that don't know, it's basically liquid latex. It smells awful, but it's a really good waterproof film that you add, sort of like goop that you add to your paper, and you can freely paint over stuff and it won't get affected. So as you can see, I completely let it dry. It is super dry, and I let it dry overnight. Not only was the painting dried overnight so that the paint wouldn't lift, but I let the masking fluid dry overnight as well, because I really didn't want it to be affected. And maybe, you know, maybe I should have done the sky first. But as you'll see at the end, the masking fluid worked really well and it didn't lift any of the paint off whatsoever. And I've never tried that before, so I was a little bit worried. I'm still really new to watercolours, guys. It's only been since April that I've been doing watercolours, as far as I'm aware. It's really not been a long time, March or April. So all these techniques are a little bit new to me. I'm just applying a bit of an Inktense pencil on there as well. And do you know, this is disappointing. My camera shows it up as super blue, but it's actually really purple. And you'll see that if you go on my Instagram or my Tumblr, you'll see the final image. And it'd be really cool if you could check me out on there and give me a follow. You see my art update a lot quicker on there, on both of those sites. So yeah, but it's actually really purple. I'm looking at it now. I used Intense Violet, I think, and it's the Winsor & Newton Professional Gouache range, and yeah, it's very purple, it's very violet, but the webcam is just like, nope, do you know what, it's gonna be blue. And here I'm using an old toothbrush and flicking some acrylic paint. It's titanium white acrylic paint, nothing special, just generic acrylic paint. And that's to give a sort of galaxy look to it, and I didn't want it to be too saturated with it, but I think I went a little bit overboard, but it looks okay. And here, as you can see, I put down the pattern of that's what the terrain looks like in Animal Crossing. The grass looks like that, and so I painted the green and let it dry, and then what I'm doing over the top is adding a wash of gouache. It's linden green, I do believe, and it's like this beautiful yellowy green, and it can be quite transparent as well, so it worked really well. And here I'm using my Finetec palette, and the original one was stolen, so this is the replaced one. I do have a vlog to explain a little bit about that, because I know you guys have been asking questions, but the vlog's coming. Just give it a couple of more days. And yeah, so this is a Finetec palette, and these are watercolour gold inks, and oh my gosh, they are to die for. They are absolutely incredible. They look like makeup, isn't that cool? And the original one was and this one kind of was a present from my friend Andreas for my birthday, and it's just absolutely stunning, and thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna use it on everything. I'm just like, what could I use gold for? Anything. And yeah, so I'm just adding, there's like a silver on the end, pearlish silver, and then I'm using like the rose goldish one, and then I use a bit of the yellowy one in the moon. Oh, it's just so great, and you'll see it shimmer. Oh, it looks amazing. I'm looking at it now. I'm just so in love with this ink. It's incredible. I just want to use it on everything. So I slowed down the masking fluid peeling, like ta-da! Because I know you guys like watching that. To be fair, I do too, and I like actually peeling it. It's very satisfying. Yeah, so as you can see, it didn't lift any of the watercolour. It was really good, and I'm really quite happy with how that actually came out. So I'm using I think it's Winsor & Newton clear masking fluid. It's still a little bit yellowy, but I'm guessing it's not as yellowy as regular masking fluid, but it still stinks. It's so gross. But yeah, you can just see like how clean it leaves everything. So here I'm just going in and touching up, putting some blue back around the characters just to fill in the gaps of the masking fluid. And I'm about to paint the bench yellow, and I always used to add yellow benches to my town. So that's why it's a yellow bench, it's based on my town. Which, ironically, I'm going to sell my town when I find my cartridge. because, you know, I want to start fresh. And here I'm adding some shadow, and I've got a half pan from the Professional range called Davy's Grey, and it's really nice actually. It's like oh no, my video's paused. There we go. And it adds quite a nice neutral warmish shade to things. But then I went back in, and on the darker colours I shaded with Watered Down Gouache. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I am very tired. And yeah, so I did Watered Down Purple Gouache to get the darker shadows, and I'm quite proud of them actually. I like doing the cell shade, but only do cell shading on watercolour if you have let your layers completely dry, otherwise it will just not work. So yeah, there you go, there's the final piece. And yeah, there's going to be prints in my online store if you'd like to go check those out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye!